Once Upon a Time. This is season 5, episode 16 of Once Upon a Time. Its title is Our Decay. Let's do it. Emerald City? Land of Oz? Yes, please. See, now it's good. Now it's back to good. I forgot how creepy those monkeys were. Holy crap, I thought the scarecrow. That scarecrow is creepy looking.
Your brain, to be exact.
Don't pluck that brain out of his head. That's creepy.
Stop!
Whoa, who are you?
Dorothy.
Dorothy. You look different.
You will never defeat me, Zelena. Because I have the most powerful weapon.
Dodo! Oh, that dude got effed up. I really don't know how I feel about Zelena being bested by a dog. Holy crap, are we gonna be dealing with munchkins? I don't know how I feel about that.
Why? Storybook. Of course.
Of course. We don't want to build another set. Just take it back to Storybrooke. Oh my god, we finally get to see Storybrooke. What's been going on?
Hello, little ones.
Oh yeah, the babies everyone forgets about.
Mother Superior, what's going on? Nothing. Everything's fine.
It seems sketchy. What's happening?
No, it's not.
Yep.
Zelena.
Of course it's Zelena.
And yet you keep doing so. Some might call that the mark of an insecure man.
Ooh, fighting words.
Put her down. For what? Hmm? You'll smite me with your book learning. Oh, I have more than that. You don't want to hurt your baby. No, but I don't mind hurting you.
Guys, just let Zelena have her baby. Oh shoot. Can y'all quit fighting over the baby? You took the baby to hell? Really? Sometimes it's like, are you guys so stupid? Where did they go? Where'd they go?
Why is the sky red?
Did you just go to 12 Monkeys? Did you switch TV shows? Quit stealing people's babies. You're not a hero at that point.
Where can I find the scarecrow?
Munchkins. Don't poof a munchkin.
I am Hades.
Really? King of the Underworld.
Hades, you don't have to keep lighting up your hair. We get it.
I heard a rumor that you're dabbling in time travel, trying to achieve the unachievable.
Except it was achieved in season 1 with Jefferson's hat, but let's not talk about that again.
But she has one thing you don't. The love of the people.
We get it. It's a Regina Snow parallel.
I don't need anyone's help.
She no need no man.
I know where this is.
There's a booth for haunting.
For hunting?
Where?
Exactly.
Breathe into this.
No.
The breath of the living by Zelena, the black market here.
This is getting weirder than I thought. This is some, like, Beetlejuice type stuff.
It's really well written. Yes, and the illustrations are lovely. Maybe if you focus on...
Hang it on the fridge.
And a visitor in our underworld apartment.
Where are y'all sleeping when you call it your underworld apartment? There's, like, way too many of you and not enough beds. Zelena!
You might just be as vindictive as I am.
I ship it.
I will find out, daughter.
The daughter is literally on Main Street. You don't have to look and find her. She's on Main Street like everyone else in this show.
What is this place?
It's the library, though. You've been there before.
That's why the spell didn't work as I thought.
Oh,
From
you just,
bodies instead of...
showed your hand.
No. Why would you celebrate?
No, it was
Because he's Rumple.
Maybe you don't have a second-born child.
By the way, you're knocked up a little bit.
I'm pregnant? We're gonna have a baby.
No, honey. Were you following? He just said he had leverage. He's gonna give away the baby. You're pregnant. Follow, Belle.
I'll use all my power. We can't fix this.
Power?
Yeah, by the way, I'm also the dark one.
You're the dark one again.
A little bit. This is not a joyous reunion.
This is who I am.
You weren't always.
Yes, I was.
Kind of was.
And I won't let it go. Not again.
Not even for me.
No, not for you.
It was something. You fell in love with me because it was a man and the beast.
Girls love the bad boys.
But you'll see I'm right. You'll see.
That sounds really ominous.
And how does this even work? I don't know how much time it gives us.
I've never seen a line to people at a phone booth in all of the Underworld, and today there is one.
You weren't protecting her at all. You just left her so you could go on some heroic quest. I mean, how is finding some pirate more important than our child?
Truth bomb.
I thought all I needed was my vengeance to keep me warm at night. But then something happened.
You realize you needed a guy to keep you warm at night? Y'all just went out into the forest to look for a baby, but Zelena knows Belle had her. Why would Belle wander in the forest when they were in town?
It's called a bicycle.
It's called a velocipede.
Oh, please. Trust me.
Is this like an Aladdin parallel? Like, do you trust me? Get on the bike. It's turned into a weird date scene where he teaches her how to ride a bike.
It's like a broom with wheels.
It is like a broom with wheels. And then you guys just ate it.
It's okay. I've got you.
What kind of after-school special date teen comedy is this?
Belle, is that you?
Belle, why did you get off Main Street and go wander in the forest? Maybe they were right to assume you were stupid and go looking in the forest.
It's all right, Belle. She won't hurt anyone.
Virginia, where'd you get that hat?
I've got a bottle. Give it to me.
You also got boobs. Use those. I'm like really pissed about this. Give Zelena her freaking baby back, you monsters. It's the quickest feeding ever.
Not now. Not ever.
Alright, I'm happy. Get your baby back.
Let me fix it.
Oh, Zelena.
I did this.
No.
This Dorothy's no match for you. I've seen many powerful women in my day, but none as brilliantly wicked as you. Or clever, or witty,
Or pretty.
beautiful.
There we go.
No, no, no!
Ripped his brain out. Oh my gosh. It's like way more hardcore than a heart.
Hades. Hades, you were right.
Where'd Hades go?
Hades?
Did he leave you? How did she run away from you guys? She had a bum ankle. How long were you frozen for?
Take her. I don't care if you never let me see her again. But you have to save her, Regina, please. Mummy has to let you go.
No, this is sad. Robin's got such a doofy look on his face.
Robin's taking her to the forest.
Because that's a safe place for a baby.
It happened again. Take a look.
You just writing in your sleep? Why does he have some weird, like, writing amnesia?
We can save ourselves.
We'll just figure out how to do that first.
Yes,
You rode a bike once, you think you're true loves?
but when we were on that bicycle,
Pretty much the only time we spent together.
I'll be free. And we can be together.
She don't know you.
And then you'll have the power to steal this brain and enact my time travel spell. For you. And only you. Because that's what I would do.
But you're kind of a jerk.
You will regret this.
No, I know I have a heart. Because it's breaking.
You may be my very own storybook.
But with a janky tower.
These things don't grow here, they decay. But it's our decay.
Title of the episode!
No.
Don't do it again.
I'll do it all on my own.
Poor Hades can't catch a break.
April 15th.
Oh, it was your birthday.
Just thought you might want to know.
How do you know that?
I'm
Tortured
Hades.
it out of it. I took care of her too. For you.
What? You kill her?
I know you did. But if you change your mind
You know where I'll be.
and decide you
The Underworld.
I'll be waiting for you.
Desperate. So I like this episode. I mean, it was interesting to see what the heck was the history between Zelena and Hades. It's kind of weird, but I enjoyed the ride. Starts with Zelena doing the, like, single cupcake with a single candle thing, very Emma Pilot, kind of. Flying Monkey brings her Scarecrow. She's gonna take Scarecrow's brain. Dorothy comes back. She's kind of like the savior of the people. She's kind of like Snow White and Regina parallel going on. Toto just pulls something down and makes Zelena, like, get covered in a drape, and somehow Zelena, all-powerful, awesome Zelena, is like, oh no, there's some fabric on my head, and they get away. Then it shows Hades and Rumple, and Hades is like, dude, you gonna open that portal or what? Rumpel opens the portal, but he does it at the same time that Belle is going to check on the babies, and then Blue shows up, but it ain't Blue, it's Zelena, and she wants her baby. Portal opens up, Zelena, Belle, and the baby fall through it. When they fall through the portal, Zelena twists her ankle, she tries to do magic, and she realizes, I can't, holy crap, I'm in the Underworld. I don't know if she's ever been to the Underworld, because she knew it just by the sight of the sky being red, which was odd. She wants her baby, Belle's like, I ain't gonna give you your baby, and then Belle runs away with said baby. Then we got a few storylines running at once. We have Hades, who shows up to Zelena back in the day, and he's like, hey, I know where the Scarecrow is, we can help each other out. We got David and Snow wanting to talk to their baby, and for some reason there's a magical phone booth in town where you can do it. And then Henry's trying to rewrite the story, but all he's getting is like these mundane stories of like what's happening in town. Also, he's not remembering when he does it. He goes to bed and then wakes up and it's done. Then back in Flashback, Hades is talking to Zelena again, and he says basically they kind of have the same thing going on. She's really mad at her sister. He's really mad at his brother because he gets to rule Olympus and he's in the Underworld. He also mentions that a kiss from true love will make his heart beat again, and he also talks about like laying out exactly what Zelena wants to do. She wants to get all these ingredients, go back in time, get everything that Regina had. He wants to use the time travel spell as well to go back in time and make sure that he rules Olympus. Then Belle just wanders around Main Street with the baby and ends up in the library where she sees Rumpel come out of the elevator from being down in Hades' man cave. He kind of tells her everything. He's like, yeah, no, I sold your baby on the dark one, and if you want to get with this, you better get on board. She's like, I'm gonna need a moment to think, okay? Snow and Charming go to that booth and talk to the baby, but they're not even sure if it's gonna get through. Zelena's in the Underworld, and she teams up with Regina and Robin to go find the baby. Then in Flashback, Hades and Zelena find Dorothy's bike, and they're going to use it as a tracking spell, but at first they go ride a bike, and it's like a cute date. Then for some reason, Belle was in the library on Main Street, and then ends up wandering in the forest, so they all meet up together. Robin takes the baby, won't even let Zelena, like, touch her. Which, I'm sorry, is so effed up. It's Zelena's baby. I mean, I get that it's equally Robin's baby, but when either side's like, I'm going to take him, and the other side can't see him, I'm like, dude, just co-parent. And also, I love Regina, but she needs to nose the F out of it. It's not her baby. The baby starts crying, and Zelena's like, look, I have a bottle of milk. I can feed her. First of all, that bottle has not been refrigerated. Is it? Is it still even good? They're all like, we don't want her to touch the baby. And then Zelena's like, dude, I ain't even got magic. Let me feed my freaking baby. As she feeds the baby, though, she feels like this little twinge in her fingers and is like, holy crap, I have magic again a little bit. So she freezes all of them and then goes and runs off with the baby, but more or less she goes and limps off with the baby. As Zelena's like staggering off with the baby, she sees that there's like a little cut on a baby's face and the baby's crying, so she's like, I'll fix it, but then she can't fix it with magic, and then she's like, holy crap, my magic kind of caused this. She starts crying in the forest and my heart starts hurting. Then in Flashback, Hades and Zelena come riding up on a bike and they see Dorothy and the Scarecrow, and Hades is mentioning like how powerful and awesome and beautiful Zelena is, and he's like, go get her, girl. Zelena goes up and just full on just reaches in the Scarecrow's head and pulls his brain out, and it was like, I don't know why that was creepy and more graphic to me than when they rip hearts out, but it was. Then she's like, I'm not even gonna kill you, Dorothy. I want everyone to know that you failed, because, I want people to know you suck. She turns back around and goes see Hades, and he ain't even there. Then in the Underworld, Robin, Regina, and Belle all go to what I think was, like, Zelena's old house. Zelena's in there with the baby. She crying. They're like, Zelena, where are you? And Zelena comes out, and she's like, I can't do this. I can't protect her. Take her from me. Protect her. I don't even care if I never see her again. It's just I need her to be safe. And then she's crying and kisses the baby. And oh my gosh, it was painful for me. Then they're all back in the Charming's apartment. And Robin mentions that he still hasn't named the baby because Hades can do things with names. And then Henry comes downstairs and he had another weird blackout writing session again. But he's like, look, and the papers that he wrote say that baby Neil heard Snow and Charming. And they're all happy. Then Snow's like, we just need to go home. We need to go home right now. Let's figure out how to overthrow Hades and just do it. Which is like, what have they been doing this whole time? Like, I thought they were supposed to be formulating a plan. They've just been hanging out. Then in Flashback, Zelena gets back with the brain, and Hades is at her place with like a nice dinner laid out, and he explains, here's the deal. I freaking love you. I'm pretty sure after the bike ride, we're like true love because my heart fluttered. He's like, we could totally be together. And they're about to kiss, and then Zelena's like, wait, no, you're tricking me. She's convinced that he just wants true love's kiss so then he can be freed from the Underworld, take the brain, work on the spell, and then go back and just get his vengeance on his brother and just kind of like cut her out of it. He's like, no, I totally freaking love you. And she's like, well, if you did, you wouldn't take my vengeance away, so be gone. Then back in the Underworld, Hades is on Main Street. Zelena walks up to him and she's like, hey, you stole my baby. She thinks that he's gonna use the baby to do the time travel spell and go back and beat his brother. And he's like, no, I did it because I love you, and those people are awful, and I was rescuing your baby because heroes suck. Then he says the reason that the Underworld even looks like Storybrooke is because he made it that way because he wanted Zelena to have everything that her sister had, but it just looks crappy and crumbling because in the Underworld things don't get nice and pretty. He's like, we could be together, we could live down here and rule and be happy, what do you say? And she's like, no. Shot him down twice. She says she's just gonna go get her baby on her own and she can't deal with this crap. And he's like, no, it's okay. You need your time, you need some distance, I really love you, if you ever want to come back, I'll be waiting for you. Then he tells her what her birthday is because she never knew that because, she was abandoned. He says he tortured it out of a miller's daughter and then took care of her. I'm hoping that doesn't mean he, full-on killed Cora. I want to see her again. He says if she changes her mind, he'll be waiting for her at home just like he always has, and then he disappears. Zelena's just standing alone on Main Street, and then credits. And I'm gonna say it again, it's no one's freaking business if Zelena wants to hold her freaking baby. She's never had any indication she ever wanted to hurt her baby. She loves her baby. And you can say, oh no, she wanted to steal the baby and take it somewhere else and raise baby to be evil. Her original plan was to just have the freaking baby. They're the ones that stole it first and said she couldn't see her own child. And at the end of the day, it's between Robin and Zelena. Everyone else needs to shut up. Sorry, Regina, I love you. It's not your freaking baby. Everyone looks genuinely horrified at the prospect of her even looking at her baby. You'd look at someone that way if you assumed they were gonna kill the baby. She ain't. The baby is equally hers. It is equally Robin's. So the whole thing of, she was gonna take it to a faraway land and never let them see it again was kind of effed up. The whole thing that he's gonna take the baby and not let her see her again is kind of effed up. But they were the first ones to steal the baby. If someone stole my baby and said I could never see her again, yeah, I'd steal my baby back and keep her away from those crazy people. I don't know how I feel about the whole Hades and Zelena love thing. I think there could be good story there. It just seemed insanely rushed. Homeboy, you had one bike ride and your heart fluttered. It happens to 12-year-olds too, so calm down. I'm glad they had some excuse to why Underworld looks like Storybrooke. I mean, it's still kind of weird, but it makes sense. I don't know what their plan to overthrow Hades is. I'm curious to see how that works out, but I liked the episode. It was alright. So what do you guys think? If I left anything out or forgot anything, if you just want to talk about it, drop a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time.